Although customer and employee tables are not completely union compatible, we can use the common columns and run the union query to show a comprehensive list of all customers and employees. Simply open the completed script number 20 called mysql4 underscore 20 underscore union, where are you, employee customer. Okay, so it sort of spills over the side of the, if you scroll left and right, you'll see that all of these guys are matching: employee ID, customer ID. Every name that is person, okay, person ID, the rest are literally the same. Okay, although those are not all the columns in these tables. Remember, for example, that the customer column has, I don't know, credit card stuff and company and whatnot. Okay, hire date, supervisors for employee. So these are selected ones. Okay, and this is the keyword union right here. All right, and typically the way the code is formatted is like this, so you can literally line it up. Okay, we'll save that change, however minor. We're going to, before we run it, we're going to just check out how many of the customers and employees do we have. I believe we had 323 customers right here, and then we have how many? We have like about 100. So 423, not quite. 420, or about 420, 97, right? So 420 exactly, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, oops, I did not want to close that. So let's see if we can run that. Okay, and the result is 420 right here. And you can see the Curtis, okay, right here. All right, shows up first, yeah, for some reason in the list. And he is a customer. All right, so close that. I'm going to just comment briefly on the second query of the slide, the intersect query, right? That's this here, right? The intersect here, whereas this was the union. Number 21, exactly, literally the same, except that uses intersect instead of union. So that's number 21. We are almost done, down to the wire. All right, now trust me, I checked this out a million times. It's simply saying this error here. It's simply saying there's an error right next to the select, and that is the intersect. You can kind of see it's not blue. Okay, so it's simply that MySQL, and the same for Access, does not recognize intersect. So we're going to have to let this one go. Okay, I believe that the Cortez was the only one that was he was a customer, was added as a customer, but he's also an employee, or the other way around. He was added as an employee, but it's also a customer. Okay, for the purpose of demonstrating intersect, but it turns out that you can't. I have managed to do it in Oracle, but that is unfortunately that environment, that tool, that database system is not part of the class. So let's go back here and go to the remaining few slides. Okay, so the remaining few slides, last two, use the last three scripts. There's two here and one more coming up. How deleting rows in one table cascades deletions, and the same works, goes for updates in another. Okay, so first open and run script 22 to insert single order for Cortez, which is customer 406. Okay, it's going to be an order ID 2122. Okay, it's going to be handled by employee ID 1, and then it's going to be placed on the December 31st. Okay, so let's go. I believe these are already completed, either entirely or mostly. Insert MySQL4 underscore 22, insert single order row, right? Okay, there it is. Okay, there's nothing to do, just review it. We should be opening this straight in Toad. Okay, all right, and then run that. Okay, it's going to be inserted into the orders table, so the number is 2122, and I bet we can check that out. Check that out if we scroll down to the bottom. Yeah, we want to read all of them. So 2122 right here for Cortez, employee ID number 1. And incidentally, employee ID number 1 is also that same Cortez, right? That was that intersect I was just talking about a minute ago. So we got that guy in, back to the presentation. Then insert two products with quantities, certain quantities, into order detail table. Okay, and for the same order, 21, 22. Okay, the product IDs are going to be 138, 139. Forgot what those are. We can look it up, and we have the quantity of one for one and quantity of two of the other. Notice when you open this directly in Toad, I believe I entered this. Let me see, number 23. Yes, I have. Notice that the tuple with 3, right? The tuple is like a pair with more than 2. Okay, order ID, product ID, quantity, and then the 2 corresponding rows. Enclose these open close parentheses. The first one inserts row with order ID 21, 22, product ID 138, and quantity of 1. And the second insert is for the same order 21, 22, different product 139 and 2 for the quantity. Okay, we run those, hopefully not successfully. We have an error. Sometimes this multiple insert doesn't work. I thought it did. Okay, let's try to close it, open it. Yeah, just a basic attempt. Okay, if it still doesn't work, yeah, now it does. So go figure. All right. That's a mystery. Now let's go and check it out. This should be in order detail. Again, maybe one more than just 1,000. So let's see if it's going to let us. Yes. If you keep scrolling, it's going to ask you want to grab more than 1,000. We do, and the last two are the ones we just inserted a second ago. Okay, that 21, 22 order for products 138, 139 with a quantity of 1 and 2 respectively. Now, back to the presentation. Last slide before the summary slide. The delete statement is used to remove rows from one table, results in removing rows in another table. You have the cascade delete. Okay, this should work well. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to remove the recently added order from the orders table. That's that 21, 22 from orders, not order details. Okay, if we delete the order from order detail for Cortez, okay, which should be the only one, we should use order ID 21, 22. That would have been more sort of clear and precise, but this should work as well. The cascade delete will not only remove this order from the orders table, but related to order details from a detail table as well. If it doesn't work, it's because the cascade delete is missing from the order details table. To see whether it's missing or not, right click on order detail, view details, and under constraint, stretch out this guy. Okay, we're talking about right here. Okay, we're talking about this first on cascade delete. On cascade delete. That should be there. If it's not, then it's not going to work. So let's open up the last of our queries. Number 24 on MySQL 24 underscore delete selected order row, the last one, right? I don't need to read that again. So it's verbatim from the slide. Again, I should have, I don't know why I didn't, use the order ID 2122 with which we got familiar from before, but now this assumes that Cortez has only one order. It could have more than one, but I believe it's only one. And then we execute the script. It should work. Should not throw an error, as it didn't. Okay, it's a little confusing, but you know, this play symbol, green play symbol, or a sign, it comes together with this delete clear messages one. So it's kind of confusing, but the errors are those circles with X's in them. So this worked. So now let's double check. Okay, let's first go to orders. It doesn't really matter which way we do it. And we might need to refresh it, and we might not. Okay, we go down to the bottom. There shouldn't be 21, 22 there anymore, and there isn't. But also, because of the cascade delete, okay, once we scroll down to the bottom of order detail, you won't see the 21, 22 there either with those products 138 and 139. Okay, so this verifies all 3 records, 1 from orders table and 2 from order detail were deleted. Okay, now a number of complex queries we introduced in this video, in the series of recordings, right? And more are coming via in-class project, okay, and the second homework assignment. There's going to be tons of these queries between the two. So let's get ready to work. And between now and then, let's take a break.